1978's Halloween is a archetypal horror film. Directed by John Carpenter and produced by Deborah Hill, it is significant because it is probably one of the slasher movies that inspired a generation. Well, prior to this, we had Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974. However, directors and producers and writers always have the influence of John Carpenter's Halloween. Mainly because of its story, its brilliant acting, direction by John Carpenter, and the music itself, which is also done by him, and the way of the film looks, the way it's nicely shot, the way Dean Cundy, he was actually helped as cinematographer for this movie, and just the overall production that they've really done. Consider this to be sort of like low budget. I mean, it had a bit of a it was basically run for about a couple $1 million. However, it's done successfully well, and it's regarded as a classic, an actual horror classic. It does, and obviously with the artwork as well, with the artwork of the pumpkin, the pumpkin itself relating to it's on Halloween, and obviously the story is awesome. The story itself, just mentions like a psychotic killer going home, like the tagline says, the night he came home, and obviously the look of Michael Myers as well, portrayed by Nick Castle, who is very iconic, very blank, and funny enough, it is basically obviously the mask itself. For people who don't know, it is basically a mask replica of William Shatner. Surprisingly enough, it's just like a blank Shatner wig, or mask, really much, and just wear like a navy blue bodysuit and just goes around rampaging across suburbs. How interesting. Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence are great in this one as well. We've also got some called PJ Souls and Nancy Loomis as well, which are included in the movie. I don't know why, but some supporting cast do alright and not bad. Anyway, obviously, it helped spawn a franchise, the Halloween franchise. Indeed, it made a few sequels which don't go anywhere at all. The second one continues where the first one left off, and also Halloween 3 is a much different film than all the rest, obviously. But it's just horror. It's just sequels coming out, just to get the cash flow to help boost this franchise, to make it more big, to get people, get the monies in. That's how it is, really. But Halloween itself, the original 78 version, is probably fantastic. I mean, seeing this for the first time and actually watching it is quite an interesting experience. It is, and seeing that everyone has always has an influence on this movie, especially with stuff like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, all them sort of movies that basically use that sort of formula they do, and it sort of works. Interesting enough, it sort of makes it last well. It's basically a person stalking. Basically a relative really in this film, and obviously, and that's about it. That's the actual thing, but how it's executed is brilliant. That's all I can say about Halloween from 1978, and I will see you for the next video.